Hi, welcome. And in this class, we'll be looking at cPanel. So we'll be looking at a thorough in-depth of cPanel, what we use cPanel for, so everything that we can use cPanel for. So that's what we'll be looking at in this class. So now, very quickly, how can we get to our cPanel? So if you are using Namecheap, there are two major ways that you can get to your cPanel. The number one is to get to cPanel from your dashboard, from your hosting dashboard. So all you have to do is, when you are already logged in, just come down to your main domain that you used to register the hosting. Look for this icon here. This is the hosting icon. Just come down, you see where it says cPanel. So then when you click on it, it says go to cPanel, and from there you can actually be redirected to your cPanel. So that is the first way. Now the second way of getting to cPanel is very simple. All you have to do is copy the URL of the main hosting. When you copy it, but this time around you have to be logging in. Do you understand? So in this case you were able to just log in directly from the dashboard, but in this case you'll be signing up, rather you'll be putting your username and password. So how do we do? You just paste your domain name, then put slash, then type cPanel. So by doing this, you will be going straight away to your cPanel. So but in this case, it will actually require you that you log in. So now, to log into your cPanel, your cPanel details will actually should be sent the moment you purchased your hosting. Whenever you purchase your hosting, your cPanel details will be sent. So, and because of regular login and regular mails that you receive from your different sources, the cPanel details might have actually left the screen. So all you need to do is just search for, you can just search for Namecheap here, or just search for hosting. So now just go to where it says welcome to Namecheap. No, not this. Let's go back. Okay, yeah, where it says your hosting account details. So this is where you will actually find your cPanel information. So when you go down, you just go down, accessing your cPanel, just go down. So in this place you actually see your cPanel username and password. So this is my cPanel details. So if I should scroll down a bit more, you are actually going to be seeing my username and password, which I don't want you to do. So in your own case, that's how to get there. So when you get the username, just paste it here and you paste the password here, and it's actually going to log you into your dashboard. It's as simple as that. So now this is our cPanel dashboard. This is our cPanel. So now I'll be walking you through one by one the things that are being done using cPanel. So the number one thing that we actually use cPanel for is to create email accounts. So when I say email account, for example, look at this domain now. Your client might, it's not even might, most of your clients should have an email account associated to their website. So if this is oluwaseyiakinsola.com, there should be an email account like admin@oluwaseyiakinsola.com. I believe you understand. So something like this, maybe admin@oluwaseyiakinsola.com. Can also have info. You understand? Can also have support. So all of these things are created using the cPanel. So I'll be showing you how to do all of these things right now. So what you need to understand is that one of the advantages that you get when you use Namecheap is that you can create as much as 10. I think it's even more than 10. So let's just go there. So in your cPanel, just come down to where you have email, this place where it is actually here that you create it. So this is where you create it, where it says email account. So just open it in a new tab. Let me close this. So open the email account in a new tab. So right now that we are done opening the email account in a new tab, so right now you can see we do not have any customized email yet, any business email. So to create a business email account, all you need to do is come here and click on create. So now this is where you choose the domain that you want to create the email for. So if it is Oluwaseyi Akinsola, just leave it here. But if you want to change the domain, like if I want to use promotequest.digital, you can just change it like this. So it's all up to you. So whichever one you want to create for. So I will just go back and create for Oluwaseyi Akinsola. So whenever I change it, you will notice that so this place also changes, because this is the business. So if I should type admin here, this is where you type the prefix that you want for the email, if it is admin, if it is support, and if it is info, whatever it might be. So if it's, I leave it at promotequest.digital, it means when I come here and click on create, it's actually going to create the admin at promotequest.digital. So if I go back to Oluwaseyi Akinsola, you see it has changed as well. So I want to create for Oluwaseyi Akinsola. So I just type admin. So that's what I want to create for now. So now there are two ways you can go about this. Now to put your password, it's either you create the password yourself. There are sometimes your client might be a kind of client that doesn't really care a lot. He might just tell you to create the password on his own behalf, or he might just give you the password and put this password for me. So if that is the case, you can just put the password here. So let me just do that in that case. So just put the password here. So now I just put the password. So all I have to do now is just click on create. So now that I've created, as you can see, admin at oluwaseyiakinsola.com. So I just created the email account. You understand? So now that I have created this email account, if you want to give it back to your client, there are two ways you can actually do it. So your client might say, okay, I want to log in. So for your client to log in is very simple. There are two ways. Your client can log into this email account on laptop, or he can also log in on his phone using the Gmail app. Or since we're on desktop right now, I'll be showing you how to log in on laptop. So if your client wants to access the email account, what he needs to do is just type oluwaseyiakinsola.com/webmail. So that's all. So when he goes to this URL, he will be directed to where he would actually log in. So let's just wait till it loads. So do you see webmail? So this is where your clients can actually log in to that email address that you create. So to actually log in, all you need to do, you tell your client. So the email address is admin at oluwaseyiakinsola. So I'll just come here and just copy the stuff. So I'll type my password, the password that I created the other time, and then click on login. So it's just gonna log in. So you tell your client that's how to actually log in. So when he gets here, all he has to do is just click on open. So just click on open. So and it's going to be, as you can see, admin at oluwaseyiakinsola.com. So this email account is different from the regular Gmail or Yahoo Mail account. This is called the business account. Do you understand? So that's why we log in this format. You cannot actually go to gmail.com and be logging in this kind of email account, but there's a way to log in on the Gmail app. I will be explaining that later. So now, any email that is sent, to actually come to the inbox, as you see here. So this is the only inbox I have, and this inbox is configuration settings of the mail account. So that's that. I'll be sending out to log in on the mobile, on the app, on the group platform. I'll be sending that to the group platform. So now I want to show you how to create. So now let's create another one, because there's still one more thing I want to show you. So this time around, I'm going to create for another account that I have here, promote course digital. But this time around, I don't want to create admin, I want to create for info. So I'll just type info at promote course. So it's going to give me. So now this time around, I don't want to set my password. Let's assume the client I have says now I want my password to be set by me. So all you have to do is just click on this send login link to alternate email address. So when you click on it, you will now ask your client to give you an email that he uses to receive information. So just tell your client to give you any email that he or she has. So what you need to do is, whenever your client gives you the email, so let's assume this is the email of my client. Let me just use one of my email. So this is my email. So now what will happen is I will not be able to set the password for my client. When I click on create, my client will actually get a link inside this email that I dropped there to go and set his password by himself. So let me just show you what will happen. So now this is the email that I dropped. So let me refresh it to see if anything has entered. As you can see, something has entered. So it even entered. Okay, let me check the first one. It says, welcome to oluwaseyiandkisola.com. Your new account username is info at promote course digital. So you can set the password for this account at the. So if I click on this link, it's going to take me to where I'm actually going to set the password. Let me see the second one here. Okay, it's just the configuration. So when I click here, I will just click on the link. So it's going to take me to where I will actually set the password. So as you can see, I will just put the password here. So I'll just put the password here. So that's what your client need to do. So you just type the password here and type the password here too, and click on set password. So that's how to do it, and your client will be able to set the password by him or herself. So that's how to actually create email account for your business, email account for your client. So don't forget, I'll be sending how to actually log in all this type of business email account on Gmail app, because there are some clients that might say they prefer logging into their email account on their phone rather using their laptop. So it's so simple. I'll be sending that to the group. So that's how to create an email account. So now the next thing that we use cPanel for is to create subdomains and to create add-on domains. So let me just now let me first of all start with add-on domains. Now add-on domains means additional domains. For example, when I actually bought this hosting, I used this Oluwaseyiconsola to actually buy it. So in the process of time, when the owner of the hosting told me he actually needs this hosting no more, so I then thought to be using it for my own self. So that was when I transferred my domain to this hosting, which is promotecourse.digital. So even though my domain is here, it doesn't mean it will start working. So it can only start working on this hosting until when I actually had it as an add-on domain, which I have done. So if you go to your add-on domains, just open it. So let me show you mine. You discover that I already have one add-on domain, which is promotequest.digital. and the reason is because, let me just show you. So when I put this domain here, it didn't come here automatically. No, it will not show here, and that is why the website will not be working during that time. But for the website to start working, what you need to do is come to your add-on domain, and you will now come and add it here. So it was after I added it here that it showed here. So now it is after it showed here that you can now start installing WordPress on it. So let me just show you an example of what I am talking about. So now let's assume I just bought a domain. So now if I just bought a domain, for example, this hosting now has the ability for me to be able to host 3 different websites on it. Do you understand? So I can actually host 3 different websites on this hosting. So I have hosted 2, so it remains 1 website that I can host. So let me assume I just bought another domain. So if it is promotequest.digital, so now if I just buy another domain, the domain will also appear here, just like this one. This one, they are just advertising this one to me, so I'm not the owner. So it will just appear here. So after it has appeared here, so what I will now need to do is very simple. I will just copy the URL, the link, the domain name. I will copy it, then I will now come here to add-on domains. I'll click it. So when I now get here, I will now paste it here. Simple. So when you paste it here, just click outside. When I click outside, you see that it will fill up this second place and this third place for me automatically. See? So that's just it. I just clicked outside. So after it has filled this second place and this third place automatically, what you need to do is just click on add domain. So when you click on add domain, it's now going to take you to a page, something like this. Now it's giving me error because the domain is already added. Do you understand? So it's already added. That's why it says already exists. Assuming the domain does not exist, it will give me a success message instead of this error, and after the success message it will tell me to verify my SSL. So that's how to activate your SSL. Don't worry, you will actually be seeing that when I do subdomains. So right now that I've actually showed you how to add an add-on domain, so what next? Let me just show you how to add subdomains. So now very quickly, what are subdomains? Subdomains is different from an add-on domain. Subdomain is like an extension to your domain. So business organization do use subdomain very well. For example, if they still want to retain the name of the organization, for example, like I have an agency called promotequest.digital. So maybe if I actually want to be running an e-commerce website and I still want it to be on Promote, I can just say shop.promotequest.digital or e-commerce.promotequest.digital. So it's still on the same, but it's another website. Promotequest.digital is a website. If I have a subdomain on it, it's that one to another website because I'll actually be installing WordPress on it entirely. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So let's just come to subdomains here. So I'll open it. So it's gonna load for me now. So now the subdomain is loaded. So now if I come here, you will see that I already have plenty of subdomains. On the Oluwaseun Akisola, I have btc.oluwaseun. I just use all this one for testing. So I have st.oluwaseun. All of these are actually testing. So now let me just explain to you. So now I have promotequest.digital. Okay, let me use Oluwaseun Akisola. Oluwaseun Akisola is a website on its own, although it's currently being abandoned. So let me just go there and you see that there's nothing much on it. So it's a website on its own. So there's nothing on it yet. So right now on this, if I should go to the subdomain that I actually created for it, which is this is estate.oluwaseakinsola. I actually created this estate when I was troubleshooting a real estate website, and when you look at it, you see that something else is on it. So this is another website on its own, as you can see. So even though it's still bearing the name, it's just what we know as subdomain. So you can have as much as 10 subdomains on a particular domain when you use Namecheap. So if I like, I can also say, okay, if I want to have another business, like what should I think of? Okay, let me say I want to create a Bitcoin investment website in this name. So I'll just say bitcoininvestment.oluwaseakinsola, and that's going to be another website on its own. So I hope you understand. So that is how subdomain works. So let me now assume I want to create a subdomain. So let me say I want to create a subdomain on Oluwaseakinsola. So this time let me say I want to create a school. Maybe Oluwaseakinsola owns a school and I don't want to buy another domain for it. I'll just say okay, school.oluwaseakinsola. So then I just clicked outside and it's going to fill it out for me, just like I did in terms of a domain. So I'll just click on create. So when I click create, it's going to add itself here and you will be able to see it here. So let me just wait till it creates it. So right now the subdomain are successfully installed. So what I need to do to make sure that SSL is activated on the subdomain is to click on this place where it says verify HTTPS. So assuming the add-on domains too was not existing before, this is what will also come out as the success message. So all we have to do is click on the verify here. So when you click on the verify, so it's going to verify the SSL. So as you can see, so the SSL is being installed, as simple as that. So right now, if I should go to my subdomains, you will see that the school.oluwaseakinsola has been added somewhere. As you can see, this is it here. So now I already have another website on my hosting, which is school.oluwaseakinsola. It is another subdomain of oluwaseakinsola.com. So when I come to install WordPress, I already showed you how to install WordPress in the previous class. So let's just go there again. So when I go to install WordPress, so let me go to my Software Close App Installer here. So just come here. So you will discover that school.oluwaseakinsola will be available for installation. So when I click on this small arrow, click on quick install, so I can drop down and see the options. Then you come, as you can see, school.oluwaseakinsola. So meaning that I can start building another website on this school.oluwaseakinsola. So I can just click and create my stuff. So let me just use the same password as it is there. So click on install. So the WordPress will immediately install now. So now the WordPress is installed. So it gives me two links. This is the link to the site itself, and this is the link to actually log in into the WordPress. So now I will log in. So as you can see, this is my dashboard. So we will not be doing anything on WordPress because we're actually looking at cPanel. So let me close all this tab. So now there's one more thing I actually want to show us with cPanel. So now if there was a particular point in my future class where I actually deleted WordPress, and if you understand, so there's a way you can delete a WordPress on your website. For example, let's assume you were creating a website and everything actually got destruct, as in everything just didn't go as you planned and the website just spoiled. There's a way you can actually uninstall the WordPress and start afresh again. Yes. So if, for example, I have started building something on my school.oluwaseakinsola, So let me just open it for you. So as you can see, this is my website, school.oluwaseakisola. So let's assume I just built all this. So if I want to uninstall the WordPress, everything that's here, all I have to do is just go back to my software apps installer, then open it in a new tab. So I'll be showing you two things here right now, because there are some times, maybe for example, you actually forgot your password. For example, if you want to log in and you are unable to actually log in, maybe let me log out here. So now maybe you are unable to log in because maybe you forgot your username or your password. You can also log in from your cPanel by going to your Softaculous app installer here. When you install WordPress, just come down straight here and look for the account you want to log into. So in this case, I want to log into school. So right now, as you can see, presently I'm currently log out. So but if I should come here without knowing my username or password, if I should go to school.oluwaseakisola, all I have to do is just click on this admin icon. So when I click on it, it's going to log me in automatically. So that's one of the things you need to know. There are sometimes your client might tell you he has forgotten his or her username. So this is how to log in through the cPanel. So let me just tell you what I actually want to. Let's just go to what I actually want to do initially. So let me go back to my website. So now I want to delete the WordPress. So this is where you also delete the WordPress. It's very simple. So all you have to do is just look for the delete. This is the remove icon. As you can see, it says remove. So all you have to do is just click on this remove, and you can see it says now this is marked, meaning that the directory will be removed. This is also marked, meaning that the database will be removed. The database user will be removed. So if you want everything removed, just leave it the way it is. So then scroll down and click on the remove installation. So click on OK, and the WordPress will be removed. So it will actually just remain like a subdomain that nothing is on. So if I should come back to this website now and reload it, you discover that it's nowhere to be found. You see, so the website is no longer found again unless I install WordPress on it again. So that's how to actually delete WordPress and install WordPress. So that's almost all you need to actually know, as in that's almost all you need to know in cPanel for now. To create email accounts, to create hardened domains and subdomains, and to install WordPress. In later and advanced, when you are actually much more advanced, you can also be working with file manager and using databases. But we won't actually be covering that now. So this will bring us to the end of the cPanel overview class.